Good morning, University of Evansville, and happy Purple Friday, because at the University of Evansville, every Friday is Happy Purple Friday. So we're glad that you're part of an announcement today to relaunch our branding and identity initiative for the University of Evansville. And we chose today for a very specific reason. Most importantly, that today is our Pep and Vim Day. It's our annual day of giving. And as many of you walked past Olmsted Hall this morning, you saw lots of flags outside of Olmsted Hall. There are 7,811 flags that represent all of the donors from the University of Evansville from last year. And today we get to celebrate them, we get to celebrate our university, and we get to do that by refreshing our logo. Today we had more than 200 families on campus for early registration. It's called SOAR, for students that will be coming to the University of Evansville in the fall semester. We have lunch with the ACES today at noon. We have our International Food Festival at 5 o'clock. We have Purple Palooza, our street party, at 6 o'clock. Our men's baseball team plays IU at 6 o'clock today. And we like purple. So it's so great to see so many people today in purple. In fact, we have Ace Purple. In February, we have purple birthday cake. 17 of our Division I sports teams wear purple every week. So when we looked at taking our branding and identity refresh together, it reminded me of a story when I first got here in July. And that is, I got on a plane and went to visit a couple of our trustees, and after a great day of playing golf and talking about the university, we took a picture together. There were 3 of us. I sent a picture back to some people on our university campus and said, "What's wrong with this picture?" And the answer was, there were 3 different logos, there were 3 different color shirts, and none of them were purple. So this is a way for us to not only unify what our logos look like, but also a way to be able to talk about our university. So this is not just a logo exercise, this is an identity exercise that is able to link our campus together, both sides of Walnut Street, with one logo that does the same thing. This is part of 3 big strategic initiatives, including a strategic planning process, a wellness and recreation center that we announced a little bit earlier this year, and this branding and identity campaign. We did a national search. We worked with a company from Columbus, Ohio called Ology, who has worked with us over the last couple of months to be able to create what you're about to see today. We gave them 2 assignments. One was to create a consistent mark for this generation of students that connects our university, all of our university, that includes our athletic department into one single brand, using Walnut Street as our connector and our bridge. We have a cohesive look that will identify students that participate from our engineering program and the NASA Student Launch Program to our students that participate from our Schrader School of Business Administration that do micro-loan programs for minority and women-owned businesses, to maybe even we can get Rami Malek to wear this new logo the next time he receives an Academy Award, or any time that you see UE on ESPN. Second was to create a cohesive brand that describes the University of Evansville as a change-maker campus. One of 50 campuses in the world, 26 in the United States, 4 in the Midwest, and the only one in Indiana, that recognizes that we can make enduring and powerful change for all of our students to trust us with their education. So after extensive research, 6 campus visits by Ology, a review of over 150 communications pieces, a couple of student focus groups, a survey with 697 respondents, we now have what will identify the University of Evansville. Our mark for our university has been Olmsted Hall, and it still is part of who we are and part of our university. But today we cheer our University of Evansville as we do in our fight song. We cheer with pep and vim, and we do it in purple and we do it in white. So what better way to introduce our new unified look is taking a look at the University of Evansville. And when you ask anybody of the thousands and thousands of graduates who have come from the University of Evansville since 1854, there has not been one person that has told me that they've gone to the University of Evansville. They've all gone to UE. and that is identified by our marks. So Dr. Davidson, would you please? I heard, wow, that's good. So those are our university marks, but that is only part of how we're thinking about our university. So our athletic marks and our university marks are the same with some minor changes to reflect what will be part of our uniforms as our 17 Division I university teams participate in intercollegiate athletics. A big part of that was making sure that we not only look to the future, so 1 foot on the ground as we think about the future, but 1 foot also looking into the past. And you may remember, as part of the University of Evansville, 5 national championships in basketball in the 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s. And you may look at some of those pictures and see what the University of Evansville looked like with its script aces. And a big part of what our university will be in the future is what we have been in the past. Mark Spencer. So thanks also to Coach McCarty for being here. Back in the 1920s, we were the pioneers. Then we became the Aces in the 1960s. And Ace Purple was launched in the 1960s, relaunched in the 1970s. And a big part of that has been the success of our basketball program, with nearly 5,300 people going to the Ford Center for every game of the Aces this year, second in the Missouri Valley Conference. And the renewed and redesigned Ace Purple is reflective of the determination not only of our basketball program, but our entire university. So thank you for being here. Thank you all for being part of the University of Evansville as we launch together what our university looks like for the future. So many of you who were here earlier today received t-shirts. So I'd ask you to unroll those. You're not going to be surprised what the logo looks like. And by the way, hang on to those old University of Evansville Aces logos. They become vintage in 5 years. And if you would, if you're comfortable, either put on your new t-shirts or hold them up in front of you, and I'd ask all of you to come up here so we can all together demonstrate what the new University of Evansville looks like.